All right, welcome to number 8, I believe. I think I did 2 6s. I don't know. I'll correct them on the beginnings. Excuse me. At any rate, so I left off. We were on our way out of Brightway, and the keeping us up for hours, so we didn't try and run off on the way to the airport. Very tactical. Very tactical. Anyway, I kind of wanted to bring up that I just don't really have any memories of what we did. Um, I remember the food was terrible, and I remember my room, kind of, and I remember sitting in that one classroom. There were only ever like 12 of us there at a time. I think there were like a few that left right when I got there, and then a few that left a weekend, and then I left, and there was still, they came in and out, but they sort of cycled in a few at a time. Anyway, I just don't remember a lot of what happened, what we did. Traumatic. Anyway, so they haul us off to Reno, fly us to LAX, put us on a plane to Honolulu. They had our own special gate that we got to sit in by ourselves while we waited for our flight, because there was a layover to Pongo Pongo. But we did whatever the flight was, a 6-hour flight, well, whatever. I don't know how long the flight was. We landed in Pongo Pongo, and we're met by one of the Samoan, I guess, associates. First Samoan staff that I encountered yet. And I lived in Guam, so when I got to American Samoa, I wasn't too shocked. I was pretty okay. I can handle this, whatever. And we stayed the night. It was really dark when we got there. I mean, I don't remember much. We slept on the floor of, one of those typical sort of tropical island style homes. The concrete home, concrete floor with the flapping windows. I don't remember what they're called. And that was the first night, and we were all so exhausted. Well, there were only two of us, three of us. Oh, fuck, maybe there was another one. I can't really remember. I know there were two guys that I had met there. That one of them actually was or is on my Facebook. His name was Randy. The other one was James. Do I remember? Pretty sure there was actually another one, but I don't remember the face or even the name. So we all just kind of zonked out. Didn't really matter where we landed. We were exhausted and scared and confused and jet lag, and it was, our brains were pretty well toasted just from the experience at Brightway. So we all woke up the next morning. I don't really remember too much about that morning, except for they took us back to the airport and put us on one of the smaller prop planes and flew us over to Apia. And we went through customs in Apia. There were several other Samoan staff there at that point. They didn't speak much English, and, we didn't know much more than first names. We had all of our paperwork with us, and we were responsible for making sure we hung on to that stuff all the way up till we got to the main office at the facility. So we did. I mean, and I don't know if I'm sure some of the viewers eventually, anyway, will have had lots of experience in third world countries and kind of been exposed to what life is like in regions of the world where modern conveniences that we have today, like warm water and electricity, windows, walls, stuff like that it is a luxury that we as Americans, as well, I'm going to try not to drift off too much into what we are as people today, but if you go to a place like that, for the first time, and fortunate for me, it wasn't quite the first time, but I know for those other two boys, it was pretty scary. A rickety little Toyota van and you know, they fed us. We got hot dogs. I remember the hot dogs we got, but they came in a plastic bag and they were cold, and the ketchup was already kind of smeared on the top. Um, I don't really remember if it tasted good or not. I was hungry. We weren't being fed a whole lot other than what we got on the planes. Now, obviously, we didn't really have anything in terms of possessions other than our, what are they, 20-gallon Rubbermaid tubs, is what that's what we got to bring. We had a certain list of items, like I said in the previous video, that we had to fill and bring with us. It was about a 90-minute drive from Apia around to the other side of the island, where the beaches were and where the main office was. And we pulled up to this, your atypical, go online and see images of structures in Polynesia and Samoa. This one was yellow and I think pink. They're often painted, very brilliantly. The setting and the landscape there is very, very beautiful. I am a Washingtonian, born and raised, and I love the state, and I will always love the state. And there is not much more than a morning with the fog rolling through a valley and the sun coming up over the mountains. I mean, there's just a setting like that is hard to beat. And I can't say that the tropics beat it, but in my opinion, it definitely rivals some of my favorite stuff here. The colors and the smells and just everything is just, it takes your breath away, quite literally. Anyway, we pull up to this building and get out, and at that point it was, everything was different. We'd heard kind of some stories, and I guess again, Brightway was it's a very foggy, I don't know what really happened there. When we got there, we got shots and all that stuff, and after that, I mean, who knows? We were sedated, most likely. Who knows what the hell was going on? But anyway, I do remember that getting to this first building office where the director, I forget his name, kind of a tall, slender looking, he was half Samoan or half Samoan Hawaiian, I don't know, but spoke English and round dark glasses, I remember, shaved head, kind of quiet and calm, and just told us, the best thing for you now is to keep your mouth shut and do what you're told. You're gonna give us all your, because we did still have shoes, I remember, but at that point they took that stuff away. They took our shorts away. I think we had some travel stuff. I don't really remember, but we were left with, I had 3 yellow lava lavas, they're called, Hawaiian sarong, basically what it was. And then my counted numbers of underwear and socks and t-shirts and tank tops and such that were on my list. And that's what I had to wear. My skirt, basically, and my flip-flops, which lasted about a day before the Samoan staff hauled off with them and I was in bare feet. But I'm running out of time. I'm going to jump right into another video. So check it out.